I'm going to show you how you can go from this to this with virtually zero coding knowledge, all using AI. So I actually figured out this little quick and easy hack because I'm a cheap fuck and I didn't want to pay a developer to do code for a WordPress site. Now, you can use this prompt for any website you have. If you have Shopify or any other CMS, but I'm just focusing on WordPress because that's one of my clients' websites. If you look at the presets for any WordPress post, for the majority of the part, they're kind of boring, plain, clunky. You can see here, just the margins. It should be kind of brought in a little bit, the spacing, maybe the line height. So for some of the newer themes, there's actually settings in the customization that you can actually do this without CSS code. But nevertheless, for certain things that are very hyper specific, you're still using CSS code. And I'll show you how to do that. So you can see here, I want to bring in, this is obviously not in sync, lots of things to consider. So, I'm looking at a different website, why not go to the expert Neil Patel in SEO as it pertains to, the sizing and the structure. He's thought out everything obviously here. There's spaces before each of these points, the H2s, I assume. So yeah, I want to just try to get it to look more fluid. So first thing I did, and this actually took me a really long time because I kept doing it, plugging in the code and realizing that I'd forgot something. So you guys have the luxury of, my hours spent on this. So here I'm saying, look, as much information you can give ChatGPT in this case, the better. So I said, I need your help creating some custom CSS code for my WordPress website. Here's my situation. I need to customize, blah, blah, blah. You guys can read that through. If you want this prompt, please comment that you want the prompt and I'll give it to you. And then, I'm talking about line height for posts, font size, page paddings for paragraph text. So that's what I realized. Each one of these things is different. The padding for the paragraph text is different from the padding on H2 and H3 and so on, all those tags. Then you need page paddings for the post title. Then you need page paddings for an image. You can change the hyperlink color if your theme doesn't allow for it. If there's any other parameters, I just threw that in for shits and giggles. And then keep in mind, another thing I learned, there's different parameters for mobile and desktop. So I want to be able to adjust them separately. So that's what we're doing. We're going to just copy this, head into ChatGPT, which just saw an update, I think today. I just literally saw. All right, so I copy and pasted my prompt. Seems to be some issues with ChatGPT today. It just gives me these like errors. So I don't know. This is one of the answers that I got. Not sure if I'll have to redo this video, but here we go. Media gives me the blog post, line height, padding for H1s, paddings for H2s. I combined the rest of them. I don't really care about that. What else? And then this is for mobile. So the first one is, and then we have hyperlinks, images, and yeah. So we're just gonna literally copy this code, and where you do that in WordPress, you go under settings, and no, you go to appearance. My apologies. Appearance, customize. And there will be a custom CSS section, and there will just be a text box. Just literally copy and paste. I don't think there's some numbers in there. So let's see if it actually changes just from there. Doesn't look like it changed anything. So what you're going to do in that case is you're going to have to go in and manually adjust everything. So I'm going to do that quickly. You can see what I did here for certain things. So the padding, this you'll see is the padding for paragraphs. You can see that post P. So what I did here is manually adjust the top, left, right, and bottom separately. So I think if you're looking at this, the first number here is top, then it goes right, bottom left. So here I decided to bring in the padding on the paragraphs, and I'm kind of doing the same thing with everything, the H2s, the images, and then I'm doing the same thing for mobile. Let's see what the mobile looks like first, just so we have a frame of reference. Yeah, so it's also kind of very compact, no paddings anywhere. So let's see, now that I've updated it with the numbers, let's see what it looks like. You guys remember what it looks like? Okay, hit refresh and see, there you go. So everything comes in a little bit except for the image. You can see, so I've added the padding. That's kind of what I wanted it to look like. If we, yeah, and the same thing is kind of doing the same thing for mobile. So that's good. Yeah, there you go. The mobile looks way cleaner. I do want to bring the image in a little bit. So if I go back to, where do we have the image? And I think that's the 80 pixels. So I'm going to change that to 180, bring the image even more in. And I'm going to do the same thing for, oh, see, there's no padding. Let's see what happens if we just do 10. All right, let's see. Updated, hopefully the image comes in. Yeah, it did. So I could even go even more to really line it up with everything. Yep, and the image, it did the same thing on the mobile. So that's good. That's great. Looks really good. I like that. So for this particular theme, I can actually, there's lots of adjustments that can be made without having to do it manually. I'm using Soledad, which I'm enjoying so far. But yeah, I think that's the end of the video. Anything else that you want to add, literally just add it into this prompt and it should break everything down for you. So yeah, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till next time.